الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم إله الأولين والآخرين وأصلي وأسلم وأبارك على نبينا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Today inshallah another companion, his name Thumamah ibn Uthal. Thumamah, in the 6th year of Hijrah, the Prophet ﷺ decided to send the letters to the Arabs kings and the non-Arabs, as we have mentioned yesterday or the day before yesterday, how Rasulullah ﷺ was sending letters to the kings around to invite them to Islam after Islam has been settled in the Medina. And one of those people who have wrote a letter to was this man, his name Thumamah ibn Uthal al-Hanafi. And Thumamah he has the title of being king, because Bani Hanifa, they're a huge tribe. And then Arabia, subhanAllah. And he was Malik for them, the Maluk, they called Al-Yamamah. So he was obeyed basically. Whatever he says goes, that much. So Rasulullah, when he sent him a letter, he criticized the letter, looked down at the letter, and became more arrogant, subhanAllah. When he read the letter, that's Allah, Prophet of Allah invited him to Islam. SubhanAllah, this is as the shaitan is possessed in that state. And he had this in his mind now. He decided to kill the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He decided to kill the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it doesn't matter what it takes. And he became close to that, to commit the crime and kill Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But as you know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is protected. Allah said, "Wallahu ya'asimuka min nas." Allah will protect you against everyone. So. And the reason was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one who, make the reasons. He said, one of his uncles said, do not kill him. So Allah saved the Prophet ﷺ this way. But Thumamah, he insisted on the animosity against the Muslims and the Sahabah. So he killed so many Sahabah. Every time he's Sahabi, he killed him. He killed quite a few of them. And matter of fact, he tortured them before he killed them. So Rasulullah ﷺ said, whatever you see, Thumamah, this he has to be killed. As to revenge from him, as payback, subhanAllah. And subhanAllah, with Thumamah, as he's the king, he was going to Umrah, to do Umrah in Mecca. And going to Umrah, he has to go by Medina, subhanAllah. And the guards around Medina, they got they got the Medina, they suspected him, and they got him as a hostage, as a prisoner. He never thought this going to happen to him at all. And Rasulullah, none of them know who is he. No one knows that's Thumamah. They get him, tie him down to one of those pillars of the masjid, the columns there, subhanAllah, and waiting for Rasulullah to come out and see who is he. And he saw him, Rasulullah, before and without Thumamah seeing him. He saw this is Thumamah. And Rasulullah knows Thumamah. Everyone knows Thumamah. And he said, you know who you have captured yesterday? He said, we didn't know Rasulullah. A man, so we suspected him, we got him here. He said, this is Thumamah ibn Uthal al-Hanafi. So take good care of him. Be nice to him and kind. SubhanAllah. Then Rasulullah, he went back to the masjid and he told, make sure, feed him well. Take care of him. Be kind to him, feed him well. And he came in a camel. He said, make sure milk his camel, his she-camel, and give him his own milk. Let him drink from his own camel, his own milk. So I treat him the best. Then Rasulullah came to him. He told him, Ya Thumamah, what do you have? What's going on, O Thumamah? He said, Ya Muhammad, nothing but good. If you kill me, I deserve to be killed. He admit, because he killed so many people from the Sahabah. If you take care of me, let me go, free me, that's really, I appreciate it. If you want money, ransom, you ask any number, I'll give it to you. You know I have a lot of money. So Rasulullah didn't say anything, did not reply back to him, and he let him go. He let him go for 2 days. But at the same time, he made sure he well-fed, drink from his own she-camel, the milk and so on. Then he came back 2 days later. So, Ya Thumamah, what's going on? What do you think about the situation? He said, nothing besides what I said. Really, I deserve to be killed. It's only fair. But if you free me, I appreciate it. If you want the money, I mean, just ask whatever number you want. Then he let him go. Then he came back the third day. The Prophet ﷺ came to him the third day. Same answer. Same question, answer. Then Rasul ﷺ looked at the Sahaba, free him, let him go. He let him go like this. So he left and went all the way to the border of the Medina, the city limit, right? And when he went there, he found water. Like some water used to be there by the Baqi' nowadays. He took a bath, right? And made ghusl. And he came back to the masjid. Among everyone, as loud as he could be, he said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu annaka Rasulullah. He saw the treatment, the kindness, subhanAllah, as Rasul said, kindness bring nothing but good. So the thing is, and he said, وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَوْلِ لَانْفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. Don't be harsh. He told Rasul, if you are harsh, they leave you away, they run away from you. So he was so kind to him. He said, you are free. You're free to go. Just go, no problem. Came back and he became Muslim. Then he said, Ya Rasulullah, look at the statement. When Islam goes, penetrate to one's heart. He said, Wallahi, Ya Muhammad, or Ya Rasulullah. He was called Muhammad. Now, Ya Rasulullah, I used to hate you the most person on the face of this planet. Now I love you the most person on the face of this planet. He said, your deen was the most hateful deen to me. Now I love your deen the most. Your city, Medina, I hate even to get close to Medina. Now the most beloved city to me is Medina. Immediately, subhanAllah, Islam penetrate to his heart. And he told him, as you know, I killed some of the Sahaba. How much do I owe? You want to pay the diya, the blood money. Said, Ya Thumamah, as you know, Islam will expiate whatever prior to it. Whatever I have done, done. It's over. You didn't know. SubhanAllah. And he gave him the news about, that what Islam all about and so on. And he said, Wallahi, as I was your enemy, I will become your supporter with every mean I have, with everything, subhanAllah. Then he told him, Ya Rasulullah, as you know, I was going to Umrah, and your men took me as a prisoner. So what should I do? Because still they have some deen. They going for Umrah. He going to make tawaf, even he going to slaughter for the idols and so on, but they have deen to follow. Even it's wrong, but it's a deen. So he said, what should I do? My intention, my niyyah is Umrah. He said, well, continue and go for Umrah, but do it our way. Do it the Muslim way. SubhanAllah, Thumamah, right away, he went to Mecca. When he said, close to Mecca, and he had a very loud voice, he said, when he started approaching Mecca, which is he see the houses in Mecca and saw the Kaaba from distance. He starts saying, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika lak labbaik, inna al-hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk, la sharika lak, out as loud as it could be. So the Quraysh, subhanAllah, when they heard him, subhanAllah, by the way, he's the first one, he made talbiyah in the history of Islam. The right talbiyah, the first one. The right talbiyah. Because the Quraysh, they used to say, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. They used to do talbiyah, a little different, but make it kufr. Said, Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, la sharika lak, illa sharik. Tamlukuhu wa ma malak. So you have a partner, you own him, but you have a partner still. So this is their talbiyah. But our talbiyah, of course, talks about only the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Quraysh heard this, they got their sword and ran away to where from the sound came from. SubhanAllah, one of them got his archery, he wanna shoot. So Quraysh, they saw this was Thumamah. He said, hey, don't do that. This is the king of Yamama, man. This is not a joke. If you kill this guy, we'll die out of starvation. Because all the wheat used to come from their town. There's no, even we are Quraysh, we are like strong tribe, but this is not a joke. If you kill this man, we're done. We'll be famine in Mecca, subhanAllah. So they came to him, they calmed down because they saw this Thumamah is not a joke. So he said, did you become kafir? He said, no, I'm not kafir. I found now the right deen. I followed the right path, subhanAllah. I followed the deen of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, Wallahi, he told Quraysh, Wallahi, if you don't become all of you Muslimin, oh, you're not going to get even one drop or piece of wheat coming to Mecca. Done. I don't care if you even die of starvation. SubhanAllah, then he finishes the Umrah and he slaughtered for Allah instead of the idols, the statues, and went back to his hometown. And he told his people, make sure Mecca does not receive anything from us. Zero. Till SubhanAllah became so difficult. Everything went so the price went so high. It went up so high, and SubhanAllah became like a famine there in Mecca. Starvation. Jua. SubhanAllah. Then Quraysh, they have no choice but to contact the Prophet ﷺ. He's their family member from Quraysh. Said, Ya Muhammad, SubhanAllah, you have cut the ties of kinship. You have killed our fathers. Are you planning on killing our children too? Tell Rasul ﷺ. They hate Prophet ﷺ. They fought against him. They fought Badr, Uhud, Khandaq, and they plot and plan. Said, even you cut the ties of kinship, you went somewhere else. You killed our fathers because it was many of the leaders of Quraysh were killed. And SubhanAllah, and now you're going to kill our children out of starvation. So Thumamah, after he became Muslim, he cut off everything. Nothing will reach us anymore. And SubhanAllah, can you, sympathize or just like intercede on our behalf with Thumamah so he can stop, he can continue sending the food? Right away, Rasulullah sent him a letter, said, give him whatever he needs. Look at the mercy of Rasulullah. Tell him, go ahead, SubhanAllah. SubhanAllah, Thumamah continue on following the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala till the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam died, until Musaylimah. Musaylimah al-Kadhab, the one who, the false prophet. He claimed he's a prophet. And then he was from the area, from Bani Hanifa. Musaylimah from Bani Hanifa. So Thumamah told him, don't follow him. This is something, this is wrong. This is not the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said, there's no two prophets. The last prophet and the seed of the Prophet is Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he read this ayat. He said, Hamim tanzilu kitab min Allah al-aziz al-alim, ghafir al-dhanb, qabil al-tawb, shadid al-iqab, al-tawl, la ilaha illa huwa, ilayhi al-masir. He recited ayat, subhanAllah, beautiful ayat from Surah Ghafir. And he said, this is the Quran, tanzilu al-kitab min Allah al-aziz al-alim, and so on. He was telling him, this is the Quran, and how could you compare this to what Musaylimah said, Ya Dufda, nuqi ma tanuqeen, la sharab tamna'een, wa la ma tukaddirin. Said, well, this talk about frogs, and you don't peck, and they say, subhanAllah, you cannot prevent water, you cannot make it like it polluted the water. So what is this? This is a Quran and this is a Quran? How could you compare this to this? This is a truth revelation from Allah, and this is, you could tell all fabrication in Allah, subhanAllah. And then he, subhanAllah, fought against Musaylimah till the last second of his life to make the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most high. And this is it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward Thumamah and the Sahabah and the Muslimin. هذا والله أعلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك